So I kind of got made fun of. Like, what are you here for? You haven't even been with a girl. You haven't had sex. You haven't drank. You haven't smoked. Like, what are
Sure.
you doing here? So when I got out, I was like, oh, there's some stuff out there I don't know
Yeah.
about. I got to get into this. Right. So I got transferred to like literally the most private, good old boy, prestigious private school in Alabama, UMS, right? And that's when I was going from Mississippi to Alabama. I realized first that I could buy this little green leafy substance for $5 over here and sell it for $50 over there. And that's kind of when I got into selling. And then from there, I started using as well. I enjoyed like the high school fraternity. Everyone in the school knew I was coming 6 months before I got there because my name was on the roll. They had like my dad had to put my name on the roll before I got there, the semester before I got there, in order to get me in that school. So like they'd call my name every day, and the kids were like, "Who's this Rocky kid that's never in class?" You know what I mean? So when I finally got there, the rumors of like this crazy Indian kid that stole his parents' car and got sent to Mexico jail or something like that. Yeah,
You are rumors of celebrity.
Yeah, seriously. So I was already like just thrust right into like the popular like bad kid in school, and I was like, awesome. This is cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what are you guys up to? Let's hang out. You know what I mean? And that's why the drinking, the partying started. And obviously, like at that age, when you get into that, it kind of leads into everything else nice and easily. Yeah. And that's when I got into smoking, weed and stuff like that. Not as much as I did as an adult, but I kind of definitely started diving into it. And then the heavy drinking, like where you kind of black out and not know what's going on. During that time at that school.
And then that led into like you got to start getting in trouble at some point from all that, like, right?
Yeah. So I got in a little bit of trouble with the school. I mean, it's like I said, it was like really like a good old boy system type of school. Like they really didn't. I wasn't really liked. My skin tone wasn't really liked there either.
Really?
The fact my parents are successful, and the fact that I was not a quiet little Indian kid like I'm supposed to be wasn't liked by my teachers, wasn't liked by my peers, wasn't liked by our headmaster. For the first time in my life, when I went there, I realized I was a minority. I wasn't just like a normal person. Like I was different. And I was told that, and I was it was kind of a slap in the face almost. So eventually, I got kicked out of that school because this kid called me like a derogatory term, like the N word. Stand, like, you know what I mean, like, and I was just like, if you say that again, I'll kill you. And I got kicked out of school like 2 days later for that. So obviously my parents were pissed, like that you went to Mexico, we sent you to the worst place, and now you go to this amazing private school which has like the best highest rate of whatever statistic you want to throw out there in Alabama, and you got kicked out. So you're in trouble now.
You're unfixable.
There, unfixable, exactly,
right.
Exactly. From there, I went to military school. So my dad, I wasn't allowed to go there. I couldn't get in any school for a while. It was like mid-semester. My dad brought me to Mississippi to live with him and kept my brother and sister in Alabama. They separated us a lot because they didn't want me to rub off my brother and sister. So he brought me to the house in Mississippi, and I was with him, and he wasn't home very often because he was at work every day.
Sure.
So eventually, while I was there, he was trying to figure out what school to send me to and what to do. He was taking me to different schools to interview and stuff like that. And I did. I stole his credit card, and I stole his credit card. I think I was 15 at this time, and I took his card. And all my friends. And for 3 nights in a row, we rented a limo and took a limo from Mississippi to New Orleans. And we just partied.
And just party.
Just party. It was about like 15, 20,000